Where are you sitting?
You
don't say.
Wait, what?
I said, where are you sitting? And you said, in one of those chairs. Which one?
I don't care.
Okay, you get the middle.
I say I want that.
Alright, I invited you. See if that does something different than what you did.
Okay, let's see.
I have the sound turned off, so
Off?
yeah.
Request to join. It's gonna do the same thing, but I think
Your
what'll.
request wasn't sent.
Why don't you just do it on the Mach 1 account?
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, because my account has more followers.
Her account.
Do it on yours then.
When it's done, we can share it, but I don't know.
Oh, when it's done, we can share it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just put it up and then
Yeah, it says you joined.
Right. Oh, you can probably share.
Whoa, that's
You
so
can
delayed.
share that you're live on
Oh,
your store,
share.
probably.
share video.
Bro, we've got 5 viewers.
I know.
Try this. I'm gonna share it to you.
I think that only means I'm gonna be able to watch it. 4 viewers, 5. It's fluctuating, guys.
We're so popular.
Alright, I'm turning the sound
7!
back. I'm turning the
Guys.
sound back on.
Oh, they can't even hear us?
No,
Cool.
I don't think.
Just accept my request wasn't sent. Why?
I'm too popular.
Oh, here. Watch. Request to join. Your request wasn't sent. Hold on. Why?
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 Or Google it.
You want the sound on or
Yeah,
Google?
Oh,
Will somebody say something?
I'm talking as soon as you turn it on. What's up?
I think I requested to join, so
We're live at Unbound.
we're
And we
live
all-
at Unbound Gravel. This is episode 6 of the Smiles Per Hour podcast with Mach 1 Devo.
that none of you know about, but now you know. We have a podcast, and we're here to talk about Unbound. Roston, since you're the most confident speaker of the group, we're gonna start with you.
Hold on, I need to share this. I need to be able to share or join it, even though I'm gonna be like.
Nina and her thousands of popularity.
Well, maybe we could start it. We could start the live from my phone. Could we do that?
Good.
I can just hold both phones.
Yeah, that's true. Are you okay with that? Okay.
You could just put your phone like leaned against that.
This one I
tire.
can just sit down.
On a tripod.
Yeah. Here, let's start a live with my phone. You are now live.
Really?
Yeah.
No lie.
I didn't even have to put a. It's just the chairs.
Take a behind the scenes video here. This is.
Okay.
That is behind the scenes.
People are joining
Sam, are you watching?
live.
Send in your
Live.
questions, Sam.
Okay, sweet. Hi! We're live from Unbound Gravel again.
Take 50.
Take 50. This is the Smiles Per Hour podcast with Mach 1 Devo. I'm Nina Machina, the manager of Mach 1 Devo.
I am Joe, the resident weirdo.
You probably have to speak louder.
The loudest I speak. And this is our friend Roston.
We can introduce him. But yeah, we're in Emporia, Kansas, and we have a podcast. If you didn't know, it's called Smiles Per Hour, and this is our first live version of it. So yeah, let's get into it. So we all got here. Well, you got here last night. We both got here today, Job and I, and we all pre-rode. How was the course?
Little muddy, not too bad. A little bit of a peanut butter section at like mile 10, but probably gonna dry out within the next 2 days, I'm guessing. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't ride any mud, but I saw some from a distance, and it looked like it was already drying up.
Yeah, we got to the mud section because I rode with Roston today, and got to the mud section, and he was like, I'm just gonna try to ride it a little bit, and then he like stopped, and like some people went by, and they started walking, and then we decided to ride in the grass, and that was
you're
the
not
move.
supposed to say that.
Yeah, don't share the secret.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now like 8 people know the strategy.
That probably aren't even here. But I have some PTSD with mud.
Tell us about it.
Yesterday on my way here, I just wanted to stop to stretch the legs because it's 15 hours from North Carolina. And I get on a gravel road and I'm just like doing some tempo interval, just open up the legs, and before I knew it, my bike just stopped rolling, and it was so caked in mud that it was just impossible to get it off. My feet were sinking into the ground. It was pretty awful, and I was pretty much at the worst part of that ride I could have been, because I either had to go back like 3 miles or go ahead like 3 miles in order to get to a paved road. And so I just had to like walk out of there like holding the back end of my bike and like rolling the front, because the front has more clearance. So I just walked out of there. It took me a long time, and finally got to the paved road, used a puddle to like wash the mud off my bike, and my shoes had like a foot of mud. It was awful. And this was, if it was during a race, that'd be one thing, especially during Unbound. I feel like it's part of the experience, but my intention was not to have this experience yesterday, and so it was really frustrating, and I ended up stopping. I finally got back to like a main road, and there was this old couple with their grandson cleaning a fish. They were living off the grid, and I asked to borrow their hose, and they were very sweet, and I was able to clean my bike enough that I was able to ride it and limp back to the car. But yeah, I had PTSD from that yesterday. So, but luckily today was fun. The mud wasn't that bad, and like Rawson said, it's gonna dry up tomorrow and be much better for Saturday. So.
Are you disappointed?
yeah, was hoping it would rain more tonight, but it's not looking like it's going to.
We can always hope.
Hope and dream.
Roston's got a big stack of skinny tires back there just in case.
Yeah. Should we do a walk around? I feel like we should just like do a walk around. Show
Okay.
them the stack. You're like, no, my secrets.
No.
I mean, it's not that big of a stack. It's like 3 tires, 2 extra tires.
Wow.
Well, I have a set of Race Kings,
Mhm.
a set of Pathfinders, and then
A set of ones that we can't talk about. We can't talk about the third set.
We're acting like we have tire sponsors now. We do have a tire sponsor. Bike Tires Direct.
They have all the tires.
You
Bike
should
Tires
go buy
Direct is
tires.
awesome. Yeah. Go get your tires.
We did a live ad read.
Yeah,
We're the
that's
coolest.
wild. That's wild. We
Did you
didn't-
buy your tires from Bike Tires Direct?
I think so.
Why didn't you get some Dub Natals instead of Race Kings?
I don't know. Didn't really want to test anything new before this race, honestly. With tires, I kind of like to run mostly, just what I know. And yeah, didn't really feel like playing around with anything new right before a big race. So
smart. Yeah.
I'm a little sketched out by them. They're extremely supple. They're like riding on balloons. But I figure if everyone else is doing it, I might as well too.
I think we need to pull your bike out of the van.
Do we?
I think that's what we need to do.
I can go grab it. Y'all keep talking.
Yeah, so what distance are you doing on Saturday?
So I'll be doing the 100. Yeah, should be like super fast. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a crazy day of racing on that course with half the distance. Like the 200 last year was a little sketchy, like going fast or going into like the key sections, and I think the 100 is just gonna be like that the whole way. So yeah, should be fun.
Yeah. Are you kind of sad you're not doing the 200?
Yeah, a little bit. Was originally planning to do the XL, like was signed up for the XL. Then Lifetime announced their like U23 program. So then went down to the 200, and then they decided to switch us to the 100. So kind of just the race kind of kept getting shorter and shorter, which wasn't super stoked about it, but it is what it is. So still excited to go out there and race.
How do you feel about the U23 program this year for the Lifetime Grand Prix? You hope it continues?
Yeah, hopefully. I think it's a cool idea. I think it's a cool way to, for riders to get into the series. For sure, I think, I think if they keep doing it, will be a big focus for me for the next 2 or 3 years. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it.
Yeah, I am too. I think it's going to be really good. We'll see a lot of fast riders come out of it. Oh boy. No, keep it up here. Yep. So I want to see how many followers are.
Ross can explain myself.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
This is. We didn't name this. I feel like this needs a name.
This bike needs a name?
It's so special. I think it does.
What is
need
this
a
hole
name.
for?
Air.
Oh.
That's where the valve is. You see, there's a valve in there.
What happens if water gets in here?
I'm gonna put duct tape on it.
Oh, okay. What if you flat and you need to put a CO2?
I'll take the duct tape off. You don't remember when that dude came up to us at Croatan and I was putting electrical tape over it and he's trying to take pictures with us?
Oh. No, I don't remember that.
I do. What does everyone want to know? This is disc wheel that I made.
So why are you running that?
Because it's aerodynamic
Advantage.
advantage.
Did you
Nice.
check the wind forecast?
I did, constantly. It's going to be a crosswind all day.
Actually?
Yeah. For real.
You're not gonna change it?
No. You don't understand. Someone already took a picture of this at the expo.
Show them the other side of it. How much does this weigh? Have you weighed it?
No. I'd guess over 30 pounds with all the
Yeah, I
bottles
picked it
full.
up. It's definitely not light.
This one's got jellyfish. I killed Roston.
Sweet. Nice. And what's going on back here?
We got the Aero Carbon Wing from X Labs. They were kind enough to hook me up with that, with Dawn to Dusk captive 14 cages on it. And one of the best features is that it has this built-in bag here for all of my stuff
Oh, wow.
that people don't even know it's there.
No.
It's so aero.
I mean, it says it right on the
Yeah,
side.
Aero Carbon
Wing.
It's aero and carbon.
Nice. And what's going on in the front once you get that situated?
We'll fix that later. In the front, We've got also from X Labs
The
the Hydro Blade. It's the best marketing of any product I've ever seen. This holds 829 milliliters of water, which can be easily refilled through this hatch here. You just dump water in it, which I will be doing at aid number 2, unless it's really hot, and then I'll do it at both aids. And I've got my hose run around here with a clamp. Extra long edition, so I don't have to bend over, because this is supposed to be a triathlon product, and the hose that it came with was about this long. Had to like aero tuck just to drink. We got the Garmin aerodynamically positioned behind it. And then,
You didn't put the Garmin out front here?
well, I was trying to think of a way to put a 360 camera out the front.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's what this is. This is custom.
Oh, wait. Here you are going to run the 360
No.
Oh, okay.
Because when you put a camera on this, originally this lid wasn't really attached. It just had some like this, like little knobs
Yeah,
that clamp
Like,
on,
Yep.
which works wonderful unless you strap like a half-pound camera to it, and then it just bounces right off. So I added a zip tie hinge, which helps, but it still bounces way too much to run a camera on it in a
Oh.
race.
You tried.
I do have a different camera solution for my chest that's also custom, but that's a secret because I don't want to go get it. Moving back though, look, all the air just flows nicely
Yeah,
because
show it from the front.
we go Hydro Blade, no resistance, into the frame, perfect flow, off the top of the Hydro Blade, on the Garmin, onto the Dawn to Dusk bag, which has more flat fixing stuff, and gummy bears on the other side. Perfect aerodynamic to see.
It's a contraption, that's for sure.
Does anyone know if they're doing numbers plates on the front or off the rear? Because I'm kind of
thought of that.
I'm kind of not sure what I'm gonna do if I have to put it on the front. Do you know? You've done a lifetime race this year.
Pretty sure they're doing it on the rear.
I'm
Oh.
not sure where
At
I'm gonna
least
put
for
that
the-
one either.
Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe it's only for the pros on the rear.
Well,
That front number plate would really
You should probably mount the number plate like this.
yeah, on the side that'd be clean, and then I can
And that
just
would be
write
arrow
it
too.
on the other
That'd
side.
probably be more arrow too.
Yeah, if I put it from like the frame to the Hydro Blade, maybe I can get them to give me 2 numbers. We got Dawn to Dusk cages all around.
Yeah.
Best cages in the game. This is a side loading cage, and it holds on so tight. Best side loading cage ever. And their other cages are so good that I can't even use them in the front because they're too good.
No, you're not losing any bottles.
No.
Yeah.
These on the back, I filled up 2 liters total on this and rode single track, and I didn't throw a single bottle because they're in there.
Nice.
That's about my setup.
Wow.
I had to blowtorch the disc wheel to get it to fit around my brake caliper. I thought you'd like that part.
Nice.
Dub Natal tires, they're new.
I thought you just
They're
said they were
squishy.
really supple.
They are, you feel it. It like
Yeah.
bends and stuff.
You also have a lot of air pressure in there.
That's like 20.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
No
we
way.
can check it. But I didn't shave the hairs off yet.
Yeah, you're gonna do that?
I feel like I have to.
There's help with blood shaving, though.
Do they really?
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
You wanna show your bike now?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not very interesting compared to his.
Mine is the least interesting, I feel like.
Yeah, I can show it. Should I? It's literally nothing interesting.
Nina's bars are cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even mention that my bars are 33 centimeters wide.
So I'm not racing, but yeah, this is my setup. It's also aloof. I've got the SRAM Aero bars on, so they're like, they've got this like flat top. Zip. Well, they're the same company.
It's the same.
And yeah, Dawn to Dusk cages, Dawn to Dusk bag. I have Schwalbe Thunderbirds on my bike.
Show off the fancy red.
Yeah. So, yeah, SRAM Red is super nice. Yesterday, when my bike got all locked up, my shift lever wasn't working because it was just so caked in mud. But I have these little buttons on the hoods that shift the bike too. So I was able to still shift it and get out of there. I never anticipated needing that in that situation, but yeah, it was good. So
What tires would you run if you were racing?
the Schwalbe Thunderbirds.
Really? Even here? People say they flat.
I have not flatted it so far.
Yeah.
I've flatted race things though, so.
Nina was making fun of me earlier since I've never used a CO2 before, and Roston told me I should practice.
Should we, here, hold the bike, let me get the little thing.
Oh yeah, Nina was talking about her new inflation method. Your bike is so light compared to mine.
Because you don't have a million things on it.
I think we could get more things to strap to it.
So, this is the Air Bank. Not sponsored by them yet.
Yet. If
So
you're watching Airbank.
basically, you just turn it on, and you can literally like set your pressure to what you want it to be. And it's electronic, so you charge it. You're letting air out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, make it like flat, like as if you had a flat. Let's test it for race day. Alright, I'll put it to like 18. Oh, you really want it to be flat.
Yeah, this thing has to prove its worth.
That's true. That's true.
Can we pop the bead off?
No. I just want to destroy my bike.
We should pop the bead off and see if that does it, because I think a CO2 would.
Yeah, it's actually a good point.
Oh gosh. Okay. Alright, do it.
Let's give this one a shot. Oh, or just rip it. Yeah,
Okay,
whatever.
we can do this
Let's,
first.
let's put this first.
Let's just see how long this takes.
How long?
Because it's like flat.
Wow.
It's really quiet too.
Everybody's gonna know that you have a flag.
Oh, I hear Nina up the road again.
I hear Nina up the road again.
It works to fix your flat and call for help. The whole bike is vibrating.
Mac is not thrilled that you're using
Boom.
Max, submit a listener question.
18 psi. Let's see.
It works. Now we got, do we have CO2 that we can use for this?
Oh, you're gonna pop the bead off?
Yeah, it's gotta prove that you got a flat.
Okay.
We need to go get a knitting needle. You got silica sealant in there?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? We got some back there. Not sponsored yet.
Silka, if you're watching.
Alright, do it, Roston.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah.
No! Just a little bit. Here, you wanna try it?
Sure.
So yeah, we turn it on. You just hold that button, it's already turned on, and then you just like press to whatever you want to set it at.
Does it run out?
Does it run
No,
out?
it just goes
It's
until it hits
electric.
it. You have to hold the bike.
Now I have to press one of these buttons.
No, you literally just like It's gonna say 0. Okay, there. It's like set, and then just press it on. Straight on.
He doesn't have to push the button.
No.
It's on. That's not working.
Oh, maybe you do have to push the button. You're right.
Hey, we have a listener question.
Yeah, what's this one? There it goes. Hold it, hold it. You have
I
to.
want to know what your favorite flavor is.
The Albanese have 12 different flavors.
It ran out.
It ran out.
You see?
No, you just turn it off. Okay.
Wait,
like,
do I?
literally,
I was
look.
holding the button, so maybe you don't have to hold it.
This would work really well if you were on the side of the road in the middle of Unbound.
Shush! I'm just sure it worked the first time.
Oh, you don't
just
have
press
to hold it.
You just press it once. Yeah.
Austin probably tore your rim tape.
That's okay. He'll fix it.
Wow! I'm impressed.
And you can fly with it. You can't fly with CO2. So
That's a fair point.
yeah. Did it pop back on?
How much does one of this cost?
Oh, this one was $50 or
$50. I guess that is only like 2.
Oh, woo!
That's like 2 cases of CO2, I guess. How often does it run out of battery?
I'm not sure.
Mac, how often does it
Run
run out of battery? I'm
That's pretty
impressed.
Right? So.
You would save a lot of money not
Yeah.
having to buy CO2.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Does it fit in a bag?
Let's see.
Did
Like
you not fix this?
crusty-
You fixed this
No,
side.
it's a new bag.
Oh.
Look how crusty, dusty this is. I also have a CO2 in here. Let's see if it fits. Yes, it does.
I like the orange gummy bears. I don't know what flavor those are.
Oh, is that the listener question?
Yeah.
I eat Sour Patch Kids, not gummy bears.
Yeah. I don't even know what the Albanese flavors are. They
You can
say there's
stand up too. you
They
know?
say there's 12 of them, but I don't.
Yeah, no,
What do you
no.
mean this fits?
Yeah, there you go.
It's like,
Bulging.
does it fit in my bag?
Oh boy.
Let's
I
see.
might buy one if it fits in my bag. Mac, are you sponsored yet?
We bought it off of Amazon.
Well, I don't need a CO2 anymore.
Yeah, just chuck that shit away.
The X Labs bag is wonderful.
It can even fit.
It's so long. Hold on.
No way.
There's another CO2 in there.
Give it. Let's compare weight first. 2 CO2s versus this. This is lighter.
I've also got a third CO2 in the other bag.
See?
Mhm.
But what if that malfunctioned and ran out of battery or something?
Well, you were trying to sell it, now you're saying downsides.
And there are pros and cons to everything, you know?
I don't think that CO2 has a con. Probably because I've never used one. It does fit in my little
Woo!
bag. You should go buy one of these with your aerocarbon wing. Even works on gravel.
Why is there no audio on this one?
I don't know.
Is there no audio?
That's what they say.
They're saying?
Yeah.
Where'd my CO2 go?
There should be audio. I have them. It's okay. They can hop over on my account.
Nobody can hear you
Turn
say
your
that.
Bluetooth off.
What?
Turn your Bluetooth off.
I don't have any more hands. It's right there.
Air
You're gonna have
Isn't this like an
so much,
off-brand?
arm pump.
Oh no.
I think the original one is like Psych.
Abraham, is it working now?
Hi.
We don't know.
We don't know. Well, it's pretty delayed too. We'll know in like a minute.
Yeah, now Rawson, show him your bike. Let's
Yeah.
go. He's pissed.
There's nothing interesting about it.
Your bar tape is interesting.
I mean, pretty
Shiny.
standard. Race Kings 2.2. 40 centimeter bars, I guess.
Did you replace them?
Yeah, I did.
Bars?
120 stem with, I think, -5 mil drop. That was new for this race. I found it was a lot easier to get in the arrowheads position with the longer stem. Then raised it as much for that same thing as well. Threw on a slightly bigger chainring, I think 46. So nothing too crazy. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much it. Nothing crazy.
Yay, Austin.
Roston has the same bottle cage setup.
Yeah, he also has the same bottle cages.
Because
but
they're cool like
they're the
that.
best, yeah.
And their marketing representative is a dude.
Yes, he is. But yeah. What else from Unbound?
Are you gonna win?
Probably not.
Wow. What a party pooper.
I'll be happy like top 10.
What
Top
do you
10.
What do you need to get to make the U23 Grand Prix?
Top 20.
Top 20.
Wait, you
Dang.
need to make top 20 in this race? It doesn't even matter, like Sea Otter?
I got 19th at Sea Otter, so I'm guessing I have to
Okay.
get that again.
Yeah.
But I'm not even sure.
Probably top 20.
Yeah. That's what they said, top 20, so I'm sure that's how it works.
Look how muddy my phone is. Yeah. We're stoked though.
We are.
Very excited.
What's your fueling plan?
Probably do mostly, probably do 90 grams of flow in each bottle. And we'll probably take at least 5 minimum. Need to, like, looks like it's going to be pretty hot, so probably more than that. Probably going to do the hydration pack, the more I've been thinking about it, so I'll have to work all that out, but in terms of carbs, like 100, 120. And I'll do the flow, probably the big flow flask with like, I think I can fit like 140 grams of carbs in there. Yeah, pretty basic. What are you doing?
Just look at his Instagram, it's there.
I did make a short for you. I haven't done any of those other shorts, you guys.
It's okay.
So what am I doing? I'm also doing 90 grams a bottle. And since I have 2 aid stops, I'll do 2 bottles in a pack per section, plus some flow gels like he's doing, which I'm hoping will land me around 100 an hour, although I'll have like 130 an hour with me in case I'm feeling extra carby.
What about your osmolality?
My osmo, well, so funny story about that. I asked my coach about that,
Uh-huh.
and he said,
She
she said, no, a different one, not Nina.
A different coach.
Nina answered my osmolality question scientifically and told me that I was doing good things. And then other people told me, Chase Wark and Drew Dillman,
Name dropping.
told me that they don't think that that's real and that I should just slam as many carbs into my bottles as I can tolerate. So I went in between. I'm a little bit past the optimal, like, what was it, like 60% carbs to water ratio. I'm a little over that, but not
If it
too
works for
bad.
you, then it's
Yeah,
fine.
I'll have 210 grams in each hydration pack, which is 7 scoops of flow.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I know 6 is
Recommend.
right around that osmolality point, but I figured just add 1 more just to get a little bit more carbs, because I think drinking out of the hose is actually a lot easier
Yes.
for me.
In the bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also considered putting mix in my hydroblade thing, but I thought that could turn like really disgusting really quick since that thing can be kind of hard to clean. It does come off of the bike pretty easily, so I did play around with the idea of buying 3 of them so that I didn't have to refill it, but I could just swap the whole unit. But I decided that was a bridge too far.
3 of them.
Y'all should go get one of those. Great
Yeah.
value for what you're getting. I think that thing is only like $50 with the
Yeah.
universal mount that you can put on any handlebars. Comes with a hose and a lid.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah, I think like another thing I realized today on the ride is that bottles might be kind of gross with all the mud. And just like if you're in a pack, I don't know, for me it can get sketchy to reach down and get bottles sometimes.
That's why Dawn to Dusk makes mud covers for your water bottles.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
I don't have any, but they make them, and they
Mhm.
probably are good.
they are good. I've had
You
a few
had
bottles
them?
of them, yeah.
Do they?
They were nice during COVID because then I could bring my bottle to school.
Mm.
And it's like the same is like similar to this, like it has a little cap on it. So this is a loose bottle. So
Mm.
but yeah.
All right, we have another listener question.
Do we really?
Yep. Actually, we have 2.
Oh.
The first one, they want to know what you eat the day before a race.
Oh, yeah, that was the listener question I had from my friend before this. Who's gonna start?
You.
Me? All right. What do I? I'll start the night before.
Yeah.
No, I'll start 2 days before. 2 days before, I'm slamming as many carbs down my throat as I can. Preferably in the form of like something that resembles actual food, but in reality, it's usually just gummy bears. But I try and hit a lot of carbs for the first 2 days.
What's the number?
700 grams.
Yeah, That's impressive.
I don't even remember what the ratio is anymore, but my weight doesn't change that much, so it's always just been 700. I think it's, what is it? It's supposed to, you sent out that email.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. It's like something times your kilograms, like every other cycling stat. And then, so carbs all the way until the night before, and then wake up 2 hours before the race.
2?
Well, how many do you do?
3.
I do 2.
Okay, that's fine. You don't want to
Especially
sacrifice
for
your
a
sleep.
6:30 start.
Yeah, that's.
If it was a little later, I might do 3.
Yeah.
And always race morning, I'll do pancakes with syrup. Just prime the system with some carbs. The night before, I'll try and get some fat and protein in just because I don't want that race day, but I also don't want to be like a malnourished little child. So just pancakes the morning of, last solid food, and then like 30 minutes before I'll start taking in liquid carbs, and then I'll drink those all the way through the finish.
You start drinking those and you don't stop.
Yep, exactly. You can't stop until you cross the finish line. Then when you cross the finish line, you better drink a recovery mix.
Rawson, what do you do the night before?
Pretty similar to him, except I don't really have like a number of grams per or number of carbs I'm hitting.
He
It's
doesn't
more
have a
just-
limit.
I mean, I've done like the amount at like the idea is like a certain every hour you can like absorb so many, and then you do that like every hour for however many hours. And that just for me is just too much work, honestly. And I feel like it's worth. Like I feel like it's more stressful than beneficial.
Right.
So I just do a lot. Yeah, like 2 or 3 days out. Yeah, just extra carbs. Kind of maybe lower fiber. So not as much like vegetables. And yeah, anything that's gonna like slow down the digestion. And ideally, you would lose a couple pounds doing low fiber as well. So. Yeah, and then usually same as him, pancakes in the morning, and then yeah, nothing crazy, like maybe a bar or a gel during or after the warm up or on the start line.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like the same. Pasta or like gnocchi the night before. I really like gnocchi because it has wheat and potato. So I feel like potato is just like a really great carb, even though it's a little bit more starchy. But um, minimal tomato sauce. I've had athletes say this too, and I've experienced this about just too much tomato sauce can like that acidity isn't great sometimes. Um, but then yeah, morning of like granola because it's like really dense. But I go for one that's like lower fat because they can also be high in fat. Um, banana, syrup, all that, coffee. Lots of coffee. So yeah, pretty straightforward there.
Just lots of sugar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I never added sugar to my coffee until I went to the Swiss Epic, and my partner Nell, she was like putting sugar in her coffee, and I was like, you should do that, and she started like, yeah, it's good, and like you need it, extra like couple teaspoons is gonna be beneficial. So, yeah.
Every day or just before a race?
During Swiss Epic particularly. No, but I feel like I've learned that it's okay, like it's good like leading up to a race. I mean even today, like this morning I got like a sweetened coffee that I never get something like that, but it definitely helped me on my ride because I was a little bit deficient. We were out there for longer than I anticipated, but it was fun. Yeah.
Wait a
What's
second.
the other
question.
listener question?
Well, you kind of already answered the other one, but somebody that wasn't here at the beginning asked about the mud.
The mud is fake.
Yeah, fake news.
Mud isn't real.
You should have been here at the start. Just kidding.
I think people underestimate the power of an 8 UV index all day tomorrow.
Yeah.
It was already dry when I pre-rode it in the afternoon. He said it was muddy, but
It was only a section. I think
Yeah.
that the nature of the gravel out here is that it's mostly grade, and then you just have a stretch that's more of like a double track road, like a farm road than anything. So you just need to get through that without destroying your bike and gunking up your shoes, and then you're back on good roads. So it's, you know, it's only sections. It's not going to be too long, hopefully.
do you think the section will still be wet race day?
Probably not. Yeah, because at the end of our ride, you could tell things were already starting to dry out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to be like sunny all day tomorrow, so I bet it's going to be pretty dry.
We'll scope it out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get the drone out.
Oh yeah, I brought one too.
Nice. Sweet. Do we have any other listener questions?
Sam sent me a question
Okay.
earlier. Friend of the pod. He asked what your opinion is on 35C gravel tires.
Why would he ask that?
I don't know, that's what he asked.
He asked my specific opinion.
All of ours. So, what's your opinion on 35C gravel tires?
I think they would be great if you enjoy flat tires and going really slow.
But we have that thing, the zzz thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Like, they're fine as long as you have the air stick or whatever it's called.
air box. I think. What if we take the tire off and then put the tire back on and then see if it does it?
I just want to take my tire off my bike.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Sam, for that listener question.
All right, I got another one.
Oh, good.
They want to know, when the race is over,
So,
what do you eat and how tired are you?
I don't eat. I can't eat for hours after a race.
And you haven't even done a 200-mile race. Imagine
Yeah.
how messed up you're gonna be.
Uh-huh.
How little you're gonna want to eat.
I might never eat again.
Yeah.
What do you eat after?
Yeah, same as you. I usually have like no appetite for like a couple hours after. So at the most, just like a recovery drink, if I can get that down, or yeah, just anything liquid that has calories. And that's usually all I can get down within the first couple hours, and then usually like 3, 4, 5 hours after I'm ready for like a proper dinner, which is nice. And like you don't have to worry about eating carbs, or at least I don't at that point. It's just kind of eat what sounds good, which is always nice, rather than trying to be all optimal.
I always crave like a salad. I just need like something green. But I can eat like immediately after. Like most races, I can eat and I'm good. Even if it doesn't feel great, I'm like, I need this and I'm fine. I'd rather do any sort of solid, like salty, savory food over like something sweet. Recovery mix, yeah, I'll do some of that, but as like the faster I can get something solid in me, like the better. So yeah.
For sure.
You're never gonna eat again, but at the same time, you got some protein and fats with your dinner, so you're good.
Yeah, I'll be good for a few days.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like an emergency food that you always have available while you're riding to like save you from the depths of a bonk if you get there?
Caffeinated gel?
Huh.
Huh.
I thought it'd be more indulgent. What about you?
I've done
Float.
caffeinated gels of like, you have like the 150 milligram caffeine gel in your pocket, and then you bonk, and then you take it and come back to life. But now I just kind of have more caffeine the whole time, and hopefully you don't die. And then you don't have to like slam 150 mgs of caffeine to like revive yourself.
Yeah. I usually carry a Snickers with me.
See, that's a normal answer.
And I rarely eat it, but knowing it's there
Right.
just is comforting.
Yeah.
How much caffeine will you take to Saturday?
Probably have like 2 cups of coffee in the morning as usual, and then I'll probably do like maybe another 300 milligrams during the whole race, like spread out. Yeah, something like that. Maybe a tiny bit more. A lot, but or a good amount, but also not like crazy, like not 1,000 milligrams or anything.
I'm not very experienced with the caffeine. What would you recommend I do? I don't normally drink caffeine, so I'm fully detoxed.
Oof. Well,
I don't know
don't
if I
take
would-
anything until later in the race when you're really in a hole.
It also, if you've never like trained with it, if you're not used to it.
I've done it. I've done it this year, but I've
Okay.
only had like 3 races to play around with it. Never one this long, because what I've done in the past is just take like 150 before just to like get me ready, and then another 200 throughout just to.
You also don't want to be like super hyped up for the start of the
Yeah.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I would recommend maybe none before the start, and then just save it for like later in the race. Yeah, and it's okay to take I used to take these caffeine pills that are 200 milligrams in one pill before the start of like stage racing, because they're short enough that like it's gonna be good for me. I feel like something that long, like if I was in like a hole at mile 150 and I took 200 milligrams, like that would bring me back to life. So yeah. You don't drink coffee, right?
No, yeah,
Do you drink tea?
no.
What do you drink?
Water. Flow formulas. Use code MOCK. Is it 15 and 20? 15 for 15% off your next order. That's. Get you some.
The sky is so
The
nice
sky
right now.
is aesthetic.
Yeah, I should put that on my Pinterest board. Well, do we have any other listener questions, or should we wrap it up? Rawson's like, wrap it up. I think we're good.
I think that went great.
Yeah.
Thank
Woo!
you all for
Tuning in.
come back next week where we'll talk about what happens on
What
Saturday.
happened? Yeah. It's gonna be a good one. Yeah. Sweet. Bye.
We love you.